Hi YouTube, welcome back to my channel. We haven't had a Fragrance Friday for a very, very long time. I thought it was time to have one. It's been time to have one for quite a while because I have been buying off and on quite a few new fragrances as I use up the old ones. This was bought on a bit of a whim, really. It's Hermes. Terre, you can see, Givree. So it's a particular variation of what is a very popular men's fragrance, Terre, which I have smelled, but I can't remember. I don't think it's overwhelmingly like this one. I got a sample of this one, which is a relatively new creation. I think 2022 when I looked it up. I've probably had the sample for ages. And I just really liked it in the hot weather. So I looked up, I nearly bought the wrong one. And then I looked up this one and thank goodness thought, well, I'll just shop around. I won't buy it off Hermes because I then got a deal whereby the half size of this on the Hermes site cost more than this box set. Let's take a moment actually in a minute to look at the beautiful box this was sent in. Really nice design and a substantial box to keep your treasures in. Note Chanel. This was a box set from, I can't even remember the supplier, and it came with a double size and an extra little shower gel. So I went for that. Again, Hermes weighs a ton, quality presentation, frosted glass, little glass feet so it doesn't topple over. Really substantial cap and atomizer, beautiful design. What's it like? I like unisex fragrances, and this is definitely a unisex fragrance. I don't think you'd immediately think it's particularly masculine. It's called a woody citrus. The top note is supposed to be citron, Hermes says. I think it's overwhelmingly grapefruit. I always think of citron means citrus, I suppose, is general, but I think of lemon. It's not lemon, it's definitely grapefruit. Then mid-notes of juniper and timor, which is, I think, a type of wood. And the base is just said to be mineral and woody. There is definitely a very mineral background to it. Sometimes when I smell it first going on, it makes me think a little bit of gin and tonic. And you might think, oh my God, who wants to smell like gin and tonic? It doesn't smell like alcohol. It's that kind of mineral, sour freshness. If you don't like gin, you won't know what I'm talking about, or you'll think I'm mad. That doesn't last in the dry down. I think it also smells of vetiver, which I like in moderation. They don't name that in the notes, but then they don't specifically name the base notes at all. The nose is Christine Nagel, who has created a lot of Hermes fragrances. I just find it's very refreshing. It's very cooling. Givree, I understand, means frozen. And there is definitely a kind of coolness and iciness, the minerality, I suppose, of it, which you either like or you don't. Some people do not like that. If you like, beautiful soft florals or soft fruit, I mean, there is fruit in this, especially in the top note, but this would not be the fragrance for you. It's definitely, a much sharper fragrance. I find it very balanced. It's long lasting on me, although I have read online people saying it's not long lasting, so these things are very personal. But I certainly get a good 6 to 8 hours out of it, which is just as well, because the one downside about this great bargain is, I mean, this literally weighs a ton. You would not be carrying this in your handbag. Well, you wouldn't even be carrying it in your suitcase, to be frank. It's not going on holiday with me. So, yeah, pleased with that. Desperately just trying to use up a few of my old summer fragrances. I will always, always, always on holiday want Creed's Virgin Island water. I don't wear it any other time of year. I'm just getting towards the end of a bottle. I think I've got a spare somewhere. I don't know if they've stopped making it again. They did for a bit, and then they kind of resurrected it. And it's fiendishly expensive. So I think I'll be using that up. And I've got some other fragrances, both expensive and quite cheap as well, to talk to you about in due course. But for the time being, I hope you're having a fragrant Friday wherever you are, and I will speak to you soon. Bye for now.